Hello everyone. Today let us start taking a look at ScriptRunner for Jira, but on cloud. Yes, this is one of the mostly requested uh, comment or question on my channel, and people ask me this question a lot. When are you making videos on ScriptRunner for Jira on cloud? So today let us start doing it. And if you are already familiar with ScriptRunner on server, then you will definitely find this very similar. But of course, there are differences. And when it comes to ScriptRunner for Jira on cloud, you're basically using the REST API, Jira's REST API. So if you look at the interface, if you look at the very first page, browse page, it is quite similar to what you have on server. So if I open maybe one of my server instance, so you have a similar interface where you have the option to take a look at or basically navigate different scripts or different features based on the categories. Now on top you have admin, automate, customize, and extend. You have similar options on cloud as well: administer, automate, customize, extend. And of course, this is not the only video. We will have more opportunity in, I'm sure we'll get a chance to take a look at it again. But today I just wanted to quickly show you how it looks like, and maybe we'll take a look at a couple of scripts. Now, you have the option to also run some scripts in the console. Now, if you go to the script console, it is quite similar. It is quite similar to the server version. And the good thing about script console is that here you also have the option to run this as a current user or ScriptRunner add-on user. Also, you have different examples. So let us say if you're trying to do something with maybe an issue, maybe you want to update an issue, maybe you want to update issue summary or the issue resolution, maybe you're trying to get the issue fields. Now, if you look at a playlist on my channel called Mastering Jira REST API, I talked quite a lot about REST API, how to do different things, different examples of different endpoints. Basically, you can do the same thing using Groovy script. And when you're working with ScriptRunner for Jira on the cloud, you're basically using these REST APIs to do something with the issues, or maybe if you're trying to build some automation. Now we'll probably run a few of them, but let us take a look at some built-in scripts. Now, if you look at built-in scripts, these scripts are, if you click on, let us say, bulk fix resolution, and you want to do this, you may want to bulk fix the resolution. You'll basically get this form, some kind of an UI where you can, without worrying about the script itself, you can select the project name, you can select the new resolution, and then you can update. Similarly, you have copy custom field values to another field. These things can be very handy when you're trying to do some maintenance activities, or maybe you're trying to get rid of some fields, and before you delete them, you may want to copy their values to a different field. Maybe you're trying to merge a field, for example. We have script listeners, which is always good to have, because when you have script listeners, you are basically able to listen to various events, and then you can take some actions. So we'll of course do a deep dive of this later on, but it is all about selecting what events you want to listen for, and maybe you then, based on the events, you then probably are interested in maybe running some scripts, like maybe you want to add a comment, or maybe you want to create issues on project creation, things like that. So we'll take a look at these things later on. We have scheduled jobs. So it is very important to do something on a regular basis in case you have to do it on a regular basis. So you can always take a look at scheduled jobs, and we'll of course take a look at the specific examples that we have inbuilt. But if you take a look at each, I mean, if you look at the scripts itself, you're basically using the REST API. So this is very important. If you are comfortable working with REST APIs, I think ScriptRunner for Jira on cloud can also assist you and basically help you in building automations with those REST endpoints. So do also take a look at the REST endpoints or different things that you can do with the APIs. We also have the workflows. So of course, when you are working with the workflows, you need to go to the actual workflow, and maybe you want to do something with the workflow transitions, and we'll probably go to few examples maybe in future videos and take a look at how it works. The other options we have is escalation service, scripted fields, which is in beta, script variables, script fragments. But today, let us just do something very quickly. Let us maybe run a script. Now, if I go to script console, I can take a look at different examples. So we have examples like update something, update an issue, or maybe update issue summary. But let us click on update issue resolution. I think this can be interesting. So as you can see here, that the moment you click on it, you have this this script that you can modify. Now, let us say you have to modify the resolution of a specific issue. So for example, you have this issue which is BT-6, which is right now with resolution unresolved. So let us modify this. Let us select BT6, and you may want to specify the resolution name. So of course it has to be correct. So I'll add here done, and I think this is it. I mean, of course you can do a few other things, like you can take a look at the script, but for this example, let us run this, and let us see how we are able to use ScriptRunner on cloud to modify something. So I get this message here that says success, and it is basically based on the response when you are calling the REST endpoint, where of course you're passing some body, and basically you're using this I believe this method called put. So if you go to my playlist where I talked about REST APIs and I basically used Talent API tester, I am using different methods like put or maybe post or maybe get. So you can of course write this simple script where you can pass in the parameters like issue key, for example, and of course you can do whatever you want with that issue. Of course, you are limited by the things that you can do by or with the REST API. So let us take a look at the issue itself. The resolution is right now unresolved. So let us refresh the page and take a look at it. So now we can see here that it is now done, which is good to know. So it worked. We do have some other options like maybe set due date, or maybe you want to this is of course quite similar. We are basically using the same method called the put method. We can also update issue summary. Let us do that. BT-6. What if I pass in something like 70? I know this is not really, there is no issue with BT-70. So I'll change the summary. So when there is no issue, I guess you will get some kind of error here, because we are basically checking for the response. Let us see. So you get the error message. Of course, you can further handle it properly if you want, but I think this is good. And let us modify it for the issue that we have, BT-6, and click on the run button. Oops. So success, which is always good to know. And if you look at the issue itself, so now we have a new summary on top, new issue summary. So we'll continue looking at what all you can do with the ScriptRunner for Jira. But if, as I mentioned before, if you already know the concepts of server, things are not that different. It is just a way to communicate with Jira, which is not really using the Jira Java APIs, but using the Jira REST API. But we'll take a look at a few examples. And there's no point in doing the same kind of script. Let us say if you're trying to do something with an issue, maybe you're updating something. So we know how to update, let us say, a field, or maybe you know how to update a summary, but you don't have to there's no point going through the same example for different other fields maybe, because eventually you're just calling the same endpoint. So I think it is more about understanding how REST API works, and you can also take a look at this page. Let me search it for you. So if you type in Jira REST API, you can take a look at one page on so this is actually for the server version of Jira, but we have to basically check this particular link, Jira Software Cloud REST API. So on this particular page, you will find a lot of information about you can basically check the definitions or different things that you can do with the REST API. I believe, let me try to find the page, the exact page. Yeah, this one. So you can take a look at all the things that you can do with the issue. So I think always keep this particular page as a reference. And let us say you're trying to modify something, and if you can do that, if you can find some REST endpoint, then you can also do that here within Jira on cloud. So this is all I wanted to discuss in this video. We'll continue looking at Jira or ScriptRunner for Jira on cloud with other examples in future videos. So I hope you learned something new today and you also enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much.